G'day guys, hope you're doing well. So today we're going to be talking about things I wish I knew when I first started gym and mistakes I made. So enjoy.
Bruh, I ain't got no chill.
So the first thing I wish I knew when I first started was to get my form and technique right. This is one big crucial thing that you have to do, especially if you want to get big or stronger. Because one of the big things that people don't actually realise is when you go on the negative in the exercises, you don't actually realise that that is a big crucial part for your muscle gain. So when I say the negative, what I mean basically is as you do a movement, so for example chin-ups, as you go up to the top, going downwards and resisting your body weight. That's what we call the negative. So as you do the movement, so with bicep curls, as you go up, the negative is coming back down. That's actually a good way to build your muscle quicker than actually just going up and letting it drop down. So I'll give you an example of chin-ups here. So as you go up, you're using the muscles there, but coming down actually engages your muscles as well. As you're going in the negative, your muscles are working against your body weight as you're going down. So with the negative, so with bicep curls, when you go up and you're controlling the negative back down, as you control the negative, you're still working the bicep, right? So as you go up, you squeeze the bicep, and controlling the negative, you're still working the bicep. But when you control the negative, you actually continue doing the exercise on the bicep and putting pressure on it. So therefore your progress is actually quicker. And another thing about form and technique is actually doing the whole range of movements. So for example with chin-ups, what a lot of people do is they'll go up to the top, come back to about here, and keep going up, come back to about here, and go up again. Now one big thing there is you're not actually getting the full stretch as you come down. And I used to do this a lot, and now that I look back at it, I realise what I was actually doing wrong. So as you do it, you want to go up to the top, come down as low as you can, pull back up, come down as low as you can, and continue doing proper reps like that with any exercise. So the second thing I'm going to talk to you guys about that I wish I knew when I first started is progressive overload. So basically what progressive overload is each week or each 2 weeks you're making the weight heavier, or you're making your reps higher, or you're slowing down the tempo to make the intensity of the exercise harder. Alright, so the way I'm going to describe this to you guys is, I'll put this on the screen, but basically on your first week, if you do 3 sets, and you do 10 reps for all of them, and then you do 30 kilos on the first set, 35 kilos on the second set, and 40 kilos on the third set, then week 2 when you come back, what you'll do is 10 reps on each set, and you can do 32.5 kilos on the first set, 37.5 kilos on the second set, and 42.5 kilos on the third set. So this way, these 2 weeks, you're making the volume of all your sets, you're making them more than what it was in the last week. So the third thing I wish I knew when I first started was making sure I changed my programs every few weeks. Because I used to have this one program, it was a good program, but I used to use it way too often. I used to use it for too many weeks on end. So what you have to do is every maybe month or so, month and a half, you should change up your program. So if you have a personal trainer, you'll know this, that they'll change your program every couple of weeks. So if you're training without a personal trainer, make sure you're changing your program up sort of every month to every month and a half, because that way you actually hit your muscles differently. Just like with your progressive overload, you're always hitting your muscles differently. So with progressive overload, you're making it harder, but with changing your program, you're actually hitting your muscles differently. So your body actually doesn't adapt too quickly. Because if your body adapts to certain programs, then that way your muscles aren't growing as well as they should be. And if the program becomes too easy for you and you're not able to progress to a stage where you're getting to failure, then your muscles aren't being properly trained. So the fourth thing we're going to be talking about is dieting. So basically if you want to look good in your body, if you want to be lower body fat, then basically you have to watch your dieting. If you're not, then you should not expect a perfect or an ideal body. So with this, you have to factor in your things like your macronutrients, so your protein, your carbohydrates and your fats, and then you got to also think about your micronutrients, so like your vitamins and minerals. But basically, you have to be eating less calories than you're burning in the day if you want to be losing weight, and you have to make sure that you know what you're eating in the day Otherwise, you're going to be gaining weight or losing weight too fast or too quick for what you actually want to do. Alright, so with dieting as well, that with cheat meals and cheat days, so basically these are only used just to break up your diet and give you a little break. Now, cheat meals and cheat days, I really believe you should have cheat meals and only cheat days on certain occasions. For example, like Christmas, like I did. I had a cheat day on Christmas, and here's some photos on what I had. So it's not going to kill you if you go all out on one day. But basically, cheat meals are better because they're just the one meal that you have. And that won't harm you too badly if you only do it once every now and then. But that doesn't mean you can have one every week, because that's going to affect your results. And if you do have cheat meals, you want to try and keep them within moderation. So you're not having like a 10,000 calorie pizza in that one go. You want to have something within a normal range that kind of fits in roughly with what you'd have in the day, if you can do that. So the fifth and final thing I wish I knew when I first started was things around supplements and like protein powder. So the reason why you would take protein powder or supplements is because you're not actually getting those right macronutrients within the diet that you have with what you're actually eating. So a lot of people just think, alright, I'm going to get a protein shake and I'm going to get bigger just because of that. That's not the case. Having a protein shake is the same as, having a bit of meat. If you're getting the right amount of protein within the day and then you're having a protein shake on top of that, then there's no need for that protein shake, right? You've already hit your protein intake that you need. Now, with supplements, I can't tell you what to get and what not to get because I'm not exactly a professional in that field of work. But with supplements, you only really need what you've been advised to get by a professional. So don't just go out there, buying all these supplements every supplement on the shelf you're gonna buy. Don't do that, because trust me, you don't need it and it's not worth it. You only need to get the right supplements for your body and to make your programs work better for you. That's not going to harm you in any way. So with taking supplements, they're not going to get you from for example me to Arnold Schwarzenegger overnight, right? Just like, not even steroids get you that. That's a whole nother topic.
We don't like steroids.
Yeah, we don't like steroids. So basically, your supplements and your protein powder aren't going to make you magically bigger. They only just help you with your natural development as an athlete or whatever you choose to be. So if for some reason you can't get your hands on supplements or protein powder because it's too expensive or you can't actually physically get to them, don't let that turn you off from going to the gym or trying to make some gains or progress, because you don't actually need them to get progress, right? So in summary, your protein powder and your supplements are not the be all and end all. If you're getting enough protein with food within the day, you're fine. You don't need a protein shake, right? Only if you need to get more protein in, that's when you actually need a protein shake. And only your supplements if you've actually been advised to. If you're a professional, or a professional has advised you to take them, only take them if that's the reason. Don't just take them just because it says on the front, you can get bigger using this, right? Just don't fall for that. So those are the top 5 things I wish I knew when I first started. So comment down below what else you want to see, what we want to see in future videos, and yeah, I'll get around to looking at that. Anyways, let me get back to this.